In this video, I'm looking at a perfect combination. The Draghi 60 with a bottle of 100ml 50/50 Puffmore. Puffmore, 100ml 50/50. The best way to get any of your devices up and running with an excellent flavour. You've got lots of e-liquid. You've got 50/50 VG/PG ratio. That's a win. That works in pod devices, it works in pen-based devices, it works in sub-ohm devices. The Vapour Drag E60 kit. Now, this is a pod kit. It's a really, really gorgeous bit of kit. It's small, it's precise, it's got everything you want from a smaller pod kit. It has a 2550 milliamp battery built in. It has up to 60 watts output, and it's available to use with the massive amount of PMP coils available from Vapour. I've got the 0.3 best wattage 35 watt coil in there. And the reason I'm combining these together is I think it's just that extra little bit of service to you, the viewer, of what works well with what. 50/50 big bottle of juice, a device that, yes, it will churn through juice quicker than a pod, but it's a device that ultimately you can run at mouth to lung or restricted deep lung hits. It's got all of that there. It's got a lovely amount of airflow. It's exactly right to develop the flavours contained in this kiwi, passion fruit and guava e-liquid. If you'd like to know more about the Draghi 60, then there is a previous video on the channel that you can have a look at all of the specs and how it works, and a bit more of a tutorial based vibe. In this one, let's pair them. Let's see why, how, and if I'm successful in my combination of e-liquid and device. Oh. That's amazing. So, as you can see, this is set at 35 watts. I'm getting a lot of vapour production from a 50/50 e-liquid. Enough vapour. This is a great amount of vapour. I'm mouth to lung in it a little bit. I've nicked this up to roughly around a 9-10 nic salt milligram, and it tastes beautiful. The way that the Drag E60 develops flavour through its awesome PMP coils and airflow setup is absolutely incredible. I'm getting everything that I want from this juice. I'm getting the kiwi, I'm getting the background that is passion fruit, and I'm getting the sweet, sweet guava as I exhale. This device was almost built for this sort of flavour. It's absolutely beautiful. So, what is the outcome? Is this a good combination? Well, yeah, clearly it is, because you've heard me talk about how great the flavour develops through this device. They are a beautiful pair together. The Draghi 60 is one of my favourite small, more discreet devices, and I've become a huge fan of the Puffmore range. I think they're really good juices. One of my favourite features of the Draghi 60 is the airflow, which is controlled by the pod. If we have a look there, so that's it wide open and then closing it off. Oh, look at that, lovely. So it's this bit here, keep focusing on that bit there. Open, close. Now my preferred setup is closing it off, I'd say most of the way, and then restrict direct to lung hitting it. That's generally how I vape. I get a lot of flavour development because, you're essentially, by closing off the airflow a little bit more, you're allowing the juice to develop flavour even more with the use of heat. Because there's less airflow, there's a bit more heat in the coil, you're developing flavour. And that is an exquisite way to vape. It's my preferred method. Everything I use, I generally restricted direct lung, and I enjoy everything that I want to vape generally. The Drag E60 gives you the ability to do that, as well as closing it off even further and properly mouth to lung in it, or having it wide open, banging in 70% VG, and clouds for days. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a, here you go, combine these together video. Hopefully there'll be more, we'll see. And yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next time, I've been me, you've been you, and well done for that.